Hey everyone, Be Asian Dad here. Just like to make a short video to say thank you. I actually managed to hit another milestone, which is 200 subscribers. Yeah, it just means I'm actually somehow moving in the right direction here, which is great to actually see from the appreciation from you guys here. I was actually planning to try and do a giveaway on the 200th milestone. Fortunately, the last 3 weeks have been extremely hectic for myself. I had my daughter and wife actually got sick, and that's just normal part of life anyway, so they were just got a normal cold and stuff like that. My daughter catches stuff from childcare, and that's just kind of what happened. It just passed through the family, and pretty much work has been hectic, and plus I've got all these projects plus YouTube as well, so it just got really hectic to actually not even be able to approach a sponsor to actually try and get a sponsor for a giveaway. But I will try my best to actually do it for the 300 milestone, so be sure to check that out. But keep supporting me, I'll be fantastic, and it's great to see that you guys are supporting me, so I'm actually heading the right directions. I'm trying to do my best to make better videos for you guys as well, and I'm learning a lot from this as well too, which is fantastic in a way. Anyway, I'd like to make a second announcement while I'm at it, is I actually have secretly created a second channel, and I did try to make that announcement. I was actually splitting the channel way back early. I'm trying to keep this main channel as pretty much all tech-based and reviews, and a second channel where I can just do experimenting and pretty much parenting stuff, or in just vlogging or whatever. So it's just my basically rubbish channel I like to create anyway. So even if you want to follow it, I will put the link in the description below for that channel, and it's pretty much called Be Asian Daddy instead. So I will try and do some things on that, and I will try and experiment on that anyway. Also like to mention, I have been in contact with Frank, who was my 100 subscriber giveaway, and 2 weeks ago he has managed to actually receive the DA200 prize. Of course it did take a bit of time, and that's Australia Post. It's one of those snail mails that we have. It's just extremely snail slow pace, but eventually got there, and again, congratulations buddy. Another thing I like to mention is I do have the X1 Carbon 7th generation, and I was going to plan to actually think about doing the MacBook Pro 2019, compare it with the X1 Carbon 7th generation, but it's really going to be an interesting comparison because I don't see the MacBook Pro 2019 have got much changes there. I was hoping that Apple was going to announce the rumored 16-inch MacBook Pro, but unfortunately they did not do that. So I am on the fence trying to see if I will do a comparison with the 7th generation and the MacBook Pro 2019. I can definitely tell you a quick spoiler alert that I'm pretty sure the 7th generation is going to trump over the 2019 MacBook Pro, because they didn't really do too much change with besides bump up the CPU, but feature wise it was pretty much the same there. But if you do want to see it, put a comment below, give some likes, or share it around to see. I like to hear some support for it, because at the moment I'm still sitting on the fence of doing it or not. I do have some plans for other laptops to reviews anyway, so it's a matter of should I do it or not. Put a comment below anyway. Now while I've actually got you guys here, I'd like to make actually another little chat discussion. Now this week here, Apple have actually did their big keynote to actually announce new iPhones and new iPads, which I really don't really care, it's just another bump up. But the iPhones, now that's a very interesting story, because that's what keeping a lot of people in the ecosystem itself. So I normally, if you haven't seen some of my earlier videos, you might find that I used to be a massive Apple, well, you probably can call it a fanboy, but really I was just massive Apple user for the last decade. So it was only the last year or two was when I actually slowly moved away from there, and pretty much the only thing I've got Apple left is pretty much my iPhone anyway. And I was pretty holding on to what this keynote was to bring out, to see what the next iPhone was going to be, which was the iPhone 11. And my God, I was kind of very disappointed on what they actually brought out. It was kind of a sort of bit of a surprise to see. I can't say it, but I personally find Apple's starting to get very slack in what they're trying to do. Bring up prices up, bring you down with less and less features. So if you didn't know, I still an iPhone 6s, and I love this phone anyway. So I haven't, all the new iPhones, I haven't really seen them do actually very much with them. So that's why I kept the old iPhone 6. It's just getting slow and getting a little tad slow because of the iOS updates anyway. But I pretty much was still hoping that iPhone 11, they had to add more features to it. All they kind of really did was give it a CPU bump and added extra lens. That to me was not really much of an extra feature. They're pretty much more than likely just catching up to the market. I was hoping they were just going to innovate, add some extra more stuff, especially the Pro version. All they really did was, I think, I'm actually not even sure correctly now anymore, because it was just added an extra lens. I can't really say any more than that. Added extra lens, maybe a screen brightness, that's pretty much about it. So I was very, very disappointed in it. And pretty much that's put the nail in the coffin for me. I am going to move over to Android. So that's going to be a very big, massive change for me, but I have been slowly gearing up to it, and definitely this is now announcement means I'm definitely moving over to Android. So I'm going to be doing a lot of testing with different types of Android things. So, and I normally don't like Android in an enterprise environment, because simply there's just too many different versions of Android and different types of brands, and their nice little overheads that they like to brand their Android system. So it makes it very, very hard to support. But being a person for it's completely different there. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you have got or what you think about the iPhone 11. I'm really interested to see what features that you would use as well, because that gives me some ideas on what I would use. At the moment, I'm pretty much just using it as a phone and GPS. I actually use my watch more than anything else, so I can pretty much throw my phone away, but you throw my watch away, I actually need that. And I will be changing my iWatch to whatever other watch when I do decide to actually move to a different phone, that Android phone. So I actually like to hear what other good pairings of watches as well too for different phones. So definitely I am interested to hear what your comments are. Anyway, again, thank you very much for supporting me to hit that 200, and I'm trying to keep going up, and I'll keep creating more videos for you guys. Anyway, just remember, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. I'll see you next video.